Okay, these people never cease to amaze. If you thought that the anti-Russia hysteria in the United States was bad, then just look at our friends in the Anglosphere. I haven't really seen this in Canada or Australia yet, but apparently the two big brothers in the Anglosphere are right on the same page with this shit. Anytime there's a politician that is in hot water, like let's say for example that you're the Democrats in America and you've just had the most embarrassing electoral defeat in modern American history, well, blame it all on Russia. If you are a 41-year-old highly placed cabinet minister for Theresa May and some stuff about you cheating on your wife is getting more press than you want it to, just blame Russia. The problem is, at least with the Democrats in America, they say things like hack the election and then that turns into made some tweets or Facebook posts. I don't see how Gavin Williamson is going to come back from this one. RT and the Russian government says that Gavin Williamson has lost his grip on reason, and I think that's justified. They're not really speaking out of turn here. He was being interviewed, and this is what he said. Russia is planning to damage the British economy, rip its infrastructure apart, and actually cause thousands and thousands of deaths, but actually have an element of creating total chaos within the country. What he was referring to, the only grain of truth in this tale that he's spinning, is that some Russians were photographing or looking at the British energy infrastructure, probably because they knew what was going to happen today, which is that the Russians had to sell a very large shipment of natural gas to Britain to help it out during some kind of energy crisis that they're having right now. So if you ask me, what the Russians were probably doing is to figure out the current state of the energy crisis in Britain so that they could squeeze more money out of them, right? But what he said is no, it's actually about international state-sponsored terrorism on a Western country by Russia that would, quote, cause thousands and thousands and thousands of deaths and rip infrastructure apart. This is who's running the West. This is what they want to tell the public, that Russia is the enemy. These people are the enemy. That's my point. Anyhow, I wanted to bring this to your attention because I found it to be absolutely unbelievable. Somebody sent me a link to this that came from RT, and of course I had to check it up with a British news source because it would be too biased, right, coming from RT. Well, no, what RT said is exactly what the British source says. So if you need any more proof that these people are just completely out of their mind or liars or just trying to cover for them, committing adultery or whatever, what a stupid thing to say, right? As if anyone's going to care that he committed adultery. We know these politicians are scumbags. They don't need to do that stuff. We already know this about them. I don't know if you, Silvio Berlusconi, his party came in, third or something? A strong third or a strong fourth in the Italian elections, and he was just not too long ago, a few years ago, convicted of paying for sex from an underage girl. People don't care about the sexual issues with their politicians. Look at Bill Clinton. Look at all these people. So to try to escape from that by saying this really irresponsible and outrageous stuff is just too much. It's over the line. Theresa May, come on.